contractors are not going to tell you about, and that's one of them. And that can really break your banks.
Even though we're right on Eglinton Avenue with these large windows, there's traffic flowing by, and the walls aren't even insulated or drywalled yet, it's still very quiet in here.
The client maximized on the number of windows that you can put on this side because you've got a lot more space between. You've got to step down. So you come here, you're going to be at 9 feet. When it comes to multiplexes, this is a megastructure. It's very big. In this specific project, what's the most challenging thing we have?
Persistent and make sure you're accurate, because you got to make sure it's straight from the bottom to the top.
All right, so we're here at Eglinton Avenue. Behind us, we got ourselves a Fourplex. The Fourplex is it's got a top up of 1 floor on it, and then we also have a 30-foot extension at the back. And then behind that, we've also added a garden suite. It's a 2-story garden suite, and unlike most garden suites, we've actually added a full basement in it instead of going up 2 stories in height. So it's a unique project for us, and it's unique for the area as well. So far, we've opened up and put a brand new entrance in here. This way, we're going to have 2 doors. One's going to go into the main suite on the ground floor. One's going to take us up to the 2nd floor. We have our 2nd unit at the front. So up here, we have 2 units. We have a unit on the 2nd floor and 3rd floor at the front of the Fourplex. And then over on the other side, we have another unit on the back, which is the 2nd and 3rd floor. Our 1st unit is on the ground floor. And then our 4th unit is actually down in the basement. So currently right now, we are at the stage of framing. We've done a bunch of the HVAC. The plumbing has started now. We're fixing our framing deficiencies. We've got the welder on site, putting all the beams in place, putting all the columns in place, welding them and getting them structurally sound. After that, we'll bring in the plumbers, and then we'll do some back framing, and we'll have the electricians go through and complete the rest. We've had windows delivered, and we've started installing those. So we've had to take out all of our bracing, all of our safety protection right now. We've got windows on site, and by the end of the day, we'll have everything installed, and then we start to seal up the outside and get it ready for insulation. Our HVAC's gonna come back, finish running all of their pipes, and then we get the back framer come back in. He'll frame up all the walls, get them all secured, and get them all ready for the electricians to do their wiring. So one of the great things about our units here is we've got these large, big windows at the back of the house, bringing in a lot of light. We've got large windows at the front of the house as well. And also unique about these is right now we're standing in one of the 2 units that are 2 stories tall. So it's more like a stacked townhouse. The 2nd and 3rd floor are 1 unit, and they have all the kitchen, the living room, and a powder room on the main floor with the washer and dryer. And upstairs they have 2 washrooms and 3 bedrooms. Okay, so this is the 3rd floor of one of the 2 units in the complex we have here at Eglinton. It has 3 bedrooms and has 2 full washrooms. And I'll do a quick walkthrough with you. This is a 3-piece washroom. It's going to have a shower, square corner shower in the back here. Over here, you're going to have your vanity with your sink and your mirror. Then you'll have the toilet over here. This is also going to have 2 entrances. One will be off the staircase, and one will be off the bedroom. This is the primary bedroom for the unit. It's large, it's spacious. It's going to have a closet built in over here along the side. And then you've got a nice good sized window at the back of it. And then it has the ensuite off this unit here. Up front here, we have 2 bedrooms, 2 good sized bedrooms. They'll have closet space as well. 2 large windows that overlook onto Eglinton Avenue. And then they also have a Jack and Jill washroom off to the side. Even though we're right on Eglinton Avenue with these large windows, there's traffic flowing by, and the walls aren't even insulated or drywalled yet, it's still very quiet in here. It has to do with the types of glass that we're using in our windows.
Hey guys, we're back here again in Etobicoke. Right behind me is a massive 4+1. We've got a nice garden suite in the back with 1,200 square feet approximately. Main level and 2nd floor. And in the main building, you've got 1 unit in the basement, you've got 1 unit on the main floor, and you've got 2 units essentially on the 2nd floor. So how it's divided is that it's like a loft style living. We've done that before, where the first half of the 2nd floor and the first half of the 3rd floor is 1 unit. And then in the back of the house, the back of the house, the 2nd floor back and 3rd floor back is 1 unit. So it's a pretty cool concept. We'll show you guys inside. We've got some really unique things happening in the garden suite. So let's go to the back and show you guys the garden suite first, and then we're gonna go inside the property. So because there's restrictions in terms of how many windows you can put on that side, because you've got a neighboring property that's very close to our property that we're building, the client maximized on the number of windows that you can put on this side because you've got a lot more space between our property here and the neighbor's property. So you'll see tons of windows on this side, shedding in a lot of natural light. It just creates a better atmosphere for living, and they're massive windows. We're gonna show you guys again when we get inside, but it's very cool. We love it. As you're walking past the basement, you'll see nice high ceilings. Again, it's not done yet. We're going to be pouring the concrete this week, and this is going to be a brick structure. So we're going to be doing bricks all around and bricks in the garden suite as well. It's not very typical of our garden suites to do bricks. Usually the clients go for stucco, which is more economical cost-wise, and then if you have a little bit more money, then you go with the metal siding. But these guys are going all out. They're doing the bricks. So very excited to see this. So basically it's almost like an L. You have a foundation, but the foundations are designed with almost like an L, where the brick is going to rest on the brick mold area. That's basically covered here with gravel and with debris. That's going to get removed this week, hopefully depending on the weather, and we're going to get started with the bricks. So now we're at the back of the property. It's very spacious. It's not tight like some of the properties that we had in the past. And directly behind us, you've got a no frills. So if you're living here, you have a grocery store directly behind you. You've got TTC access right over here. Like you've got nice schools around here. You've got restaurants, dining around here. You've got Sherwood Gardens around here. So this is a very convenient location for someone to raise a family or anyone just wants to live here. It's very convenient. Now, when you go in the garden suite, it's massive, 1,200 square feet approximately. It's got a situation here where you've got to step down. So you come here, you're going to be at 9 feet. Usually in the garden suites that we've been building in the past at Plexcon Construction is usually just one level for the garden suite. But this client was very specific in what he wanted, and he wanted to have something along this lines. So that way, this is going to be the living area. It's going to get the nice higher ceilings. And over there, you're going to be left with about 8 feet ceilings. So you've got 9 feet here. You've got approximately 8 feet over there. You've got some nice window openings over here to get some nice natural light coming in. It feels very spacious, guys. It does not feel, this is going to be a home on its own, basically, the way this is being done right now. You've got all the plumbing work that's already completed. See, the drains have already been ran in the specific locations where they need to be. You've already got the drain line coming in from the front. You've got the water line coming in with the chaser. So the opening that you have over here now, you might be noticing, is because the stairwell is going to go over here. So once the stairwell is installed, you guys will get a much better idea what's happening here. But this is the opening here for the stairwell. All right, guys, let's go inside and have a peek at this building structure. It's a mega structure. When it comes to multiplexes, this is a mega structure. It's very big. Unlike a lot of our multiplexes we've done in the past, this one is massive. So the windows are all here. We're going to do our blue skin treatment on the windows first. Once blue skin is completed, then we're going to install these windows. We've got the nice sexy door for the garden suite. That's a little bit sexier. It's upgraded. We're going to be installing that on the garden suite once we start the framing. So this is all what you're seeing here is just one unit basically. So this is the smaller of the other units. This is the studio unit. This is smaller, but this half is one unit, and then the other half is one unit. So hey guys, we're here on the second floor. We've got the carpenters doing some framing, kind of tidying up some of the loose ends. You see some nice big bay windows going to go over there. Nice big windows, and then now we'll show you the concept here, right? So basically how this half of the second floor is one unit. Now we got a loft style living here, right? So you can now go up the stairs. We're still in the same unit, guys, still the same unit. This half of the third floor again is still part of the same unit. Over here, you're going to have more of the bedrooms, the actual living quarters of anyone that's going to be renting this unit. On the second floor half, that's more of the kitchen living area, and this is more of the sleeping area. Nice high ceilings. You're feeling like you're on top of the world. Can you see the CN Tower? I don't know. Oh yeah, you can see the downtown skyline from here. Really nice, beautiful. Popping on the ground floor. Basically, you got steps there. Stairs are not in yet, and you just go down, and it's the same thing. You've got 4 units all in all, overlooking the garden suite, and it's a 2-story garden suite. The reason why the multiplex is such a common thing and so popular in Toronto is because you're getting a lot more better living area. You're getting a lot of families that are attracted to come and rent these kind of spaces. It's better than living in a shoebox style, condominium or apartment. So that's why people are choosing to live in multiplexes in Toronto. We're going to get an engineer to come on site to do an inspection. Our roofers are coming in tomorrow. They're going to install the skylights. We've got a nice skylight over here, guys, if you look over here. So the stairwell is going to go over here. That's going to take us to the second floor. You've got a beautiful skylight that's going to shed natural light down the stairwell. It's just something that the client has added to just kind of give this more of a custom feel. It just doesn't feel just all dark and gloomy. Like, during the day at least, got a lot of light here. And we've got that on both the stairwells. That's leading to the more premium units. I would call the third floor and second floor units premium because they're multi-level, they're larger as well, versus the ground floor, it's just a studio unit. The plumbers have already started working in the basement. We're going to show you that as well in a minute. They're digging up the trenches to ensure that we can put the pipes in for the drain work for the basement. We've got an inspection happening for the drains tomorrow, so we should be able to pass that. Once that passes, we're going to pour the concrete slab in the basement this week. That's our plan. And as soon as that's done, the busiest carpenter in the city of Toronto is going to take over. He's going to go to the basement and he's going to start framing that basement out. So this is the busiest carpenter in the city of Toronto, thanks to plexcon Construction. Thank you for all our clients, obviously, choosing plexcon Construction and making us one of the busiest contractors for multiplexes in the city. So Kirby, what do you think is, in this specific project, what's the most challenging thing we had?
The metal studs. Because with metal, it's good for fire rated, but at the same time, it's difficult to have it stiffen up straight, right?
Okay.
So now we got to be adding extra braces in every 4 feet to make sure it's strengthened up.
Yeah.
It doesn't move, it doesn't shift.
Okay.
But to me, that's the most difficult challenge because of that. Lumber is very basically just put together like a puzzle.
Yeah, it's fast, in and out.
Lumber you go up, but with metal it takes some more time, resistant, and make sure you're accurate because you gotta make sure it's straight from the bottom to the top. So yeah, I'll say the metal studs as the hardest part.
Yeah, and that's where the market is moving to as well. Unfortunately, we're gonna only have metal. I wish I could give you wood, but it's all metal.
Well, we'll try. It's going good.
Yeah.
It's going good.
Yeah. I mean, would you say from the time that you first started doing, you're exposed to metal framing to now, you've gotten a lot better and a lot faster, right?
Oh yeah, I would say a lot faster now.
Yeah.
Typically, a wall would take us maybe one side of a house, maybe 2 days. Now it would take me like a day.
There we go.
We get a straight wall up within a day.
That's
the
good.
windows installed and all.
Talk more about what's happening here, what the steps that plexcon takes before we pour the concrete slab, because when you guys go into your basement, you guys are seeing a finished, perfectly fine, smooth concrete slab, but you know what? There's a lot behind the scenes that happens here, and we want to show you guys today what happens. Let's get in that hole. Hey guys, we're here in the basement of this project in Etobicoke. It's currently unfinished, on the way to getting finished. We've got some gravel. You can see the footings that are exposed right now. The foundation walls are also raw. I mean, they're not cladded with any framing or anything. So the next step is, and you've got the services over there, by the way. So that's the services coming in from the city. That's the sewer services and that's the water services. The client had opted for a 2-inch service over here, so they've got a 2-inch service coming in. Typically for a project of this size, our clients are doing 1.5 inches. That's what we've been doing, but again, it's a personal preference. This does cost more. The cost of this service is approximately $35,000. That's from the city, that's not from us. And those are things that you got to budget for. So whenever you're building a multiplex conversion project, there's a lot of hidden costs that maybe oftentimes the builders, contractors are not going to tell you about, and that's one of them. And that can really break your bank. So you got to work with an experienced team that knows what they're doing, that understands the hidden costs, so you're not going to run up surprises and run up your bills. We're pumping the water as we go as well. And there's going to be a trench. We're going to run the pipes over here, basically. Pipes are going to be ran over here, all the drain pipes for the basement. Once that's done, we're going to do an inspection for the drain pipes, where the inspector is going to come in, they're going to put a ball, they're going to do a ball test to make sure that everything is draining properly. Now, in this specific project, unfortunately, as you can see, the sewer is higher than where our drains are going to be ran. So the basement units are going to require a sewage ejection pump. Your sewer line coming in is higher than where you need to be at for your drains. It's only specifically for the toilets or anything that's being flushed in the basement that's going to require the ejection pump. So there's a common misconception that people might think that, oh my God, ejection pumps suck, oh my God, my whole house is gonna need it. Well, no, you don't. And also, there's different models of ejection pumps that you guys can get. So we're gonna go for a model which is a 1 horsepower model. There's half an horsepower, 0.75 horsepower. We're gonna go with 1 horsepower because we wanna overkill it. We wanna over-engineer it. We're always looking to over-engineer things, guys.